Do you have any advice to men that are getting older and becoming chronically aware of that?
Yeah, lift weights, do jiu-jitsu, go for runs, stretch out, eat good, stop drinking. It's pretty straightforward. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. Every day that you don't do work, you're going backwards. And it definitely will hurt you, and it'll show up. You can't get away with what you got away with when you were 23. It doesn't work. You have to stay ahead of it. When you're watching TV, or you're looking at Instagram, or you're going out for dinner on a date and you go to a movie, I'm not doing that. I'm reading a book, I'm getting ready for a podcast, I'm writing something, I'm preparing for something, I'm talking to a client, I'm designing something, I'm thinking about a new supplement. Like, it's just, a guy asked me the other day, are you working more now than you were when you were in the SEAL teams? And the answer is 100%. Yes, I'm working harder now. As I've said since day one, it's motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, and it doesn't matter whether it's there or not. Discipline is infinitely more important. So no matter how you feel, get up and do what you're supposed to do. That's it. And that's discipline. It's not motivation. If you only did what you were supposed to do when you were motivated to do it, that's leaving it to chance. But if you're disciplined, you go do what you're supposed to do. That's the way it works. Discipline equals freedom. That's it. I mean, if you have the discipline, get up and get the things done. And the weekend where you really only had 2 things to do for the weekend, whatever it was, you had to write this thing and you had to answer this other thing. And on Friday, you're like, I'll do it tomorrow. And on Saturday, like, I'll do it. And it's basically hanging over your head the whole weekend. Whereas if you'd just done Friday afternoon, the whole weekend would have been a lot better. So just do the thing. Just shut up and go do what you're supposed to do. One of the interesting things in the SEAL teams is we didn't have, especially when I was coming up, we didn't have any doctrine whatsoever. There was no written doctrine of any kind. So everything that you learned was word of mouth. You learned from the guys that went before you. And that meant if the guys that went before you didn't really know what they were doing, you're probably learning a bad way. And if you didn't think objectively about it, then you might follow someone down a path that doesn't make any sense. So you ended up with a bunch. A guy asked me the other day, are you working more now than you were when you were in the SEAL teams? And the answer is 100%. Yes, I'm working harder now. I should say I'm working more, because I'm working more time. No weekends, no evenings, really. Luckily for me, I like what I do.
You've managed to align what you want and what you want to want. They're now sitting on top of each other, right?
Yeah, and I also don't do a lot of what I don't want to do. And my partner at Echelon Front, Leif Babin, pointed this out to me like a year ago. He was doing some stuff that he didn't want to be doing. And, he said, I've got to do this and I've got to do this. I said, why are you doing that? And he said, well, what do you mean? I said, get someone else to do that. And then, a week later, he's talking. He goes, I was thinking about what you said. You're really good at not doing what you don't want to do. And I am good at I am good at not doing what I don't want to do. Do something that's hard and do it every day. That's one of the nice things about jiu-jitsu. You're going to get choked. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to get smashed. You're going to have to tap out. Your ego is going to get abused. Go do that. Go do do that. Go for a run, lift, just do hard stuff. And that's a good way to keep that, I guess, fresh. Look, if you take any idea and you take it to an extreme, then that idea is going to become bad. I mean, even the idea of extreme ownership, if you take it to an extreme where you're, as you pointed out earlier, you're blaming yourself because your daughter got a disease, or you're blaming yourself because your husband is abusing you. Like, there's a point where you think anything go too far. And, well, yeah, take it to an extreme. It can become pretty silly or funny, depending on how you take it. But for the most part, you're going to run into challenges in life, and if you curl up into a ball and complain about it, that's not going to help you. And if you say, okay, cool, good, here's some adjustments I can make to move forward, that's going to be a better move than cowering.